begin by releasing the tension in our neck. Lower your head down to one side and take your hand and give it a gentle tug. Imagine the opposite shoulder is pulling downwards. This will allow your neck to feel like it's lengthening. Let's release and repeat on the other side. Remember to maintain a regular breathing pattern as we do all the stretches. Go ahead and release, and we're going to grab the back of our head and gently tuck our chin forward. Bring your hand to your chest and slightly lean your head backwards, stretching your neck, and go from side to side. Let's move on to cat and cow. I like to inhale when I go into my cat position and exhale when I move to cow. Keep your breathing pattern regular and slowly alternate between cat and cow. On your next breath, let's go ahead and move into rest position. Keep breathing and let your mind clear itself. Next, we're going to thread the needle, pass one arm to the opposite side, and take a few breaths here. Let's go ahead and repeat on the other side. On your next breath, let's return to the rest position and just take another breath here. Next, we are going to work on our splits. If you don't have your full splits, ease into it and make sure you're breathing through the motions. Let's first stretch our hip flexors with some lunges. Bring your arms upward as you go into a deeper lunge position. Remember to keep breathing. Bring your arms down, and we're going to lean backwards, stretching our hamstring. Let's rock back and forth between this position and our lunge position to really loosen up our hip flexors. Next, let's transition into our pigeon pose. Try to keep your front leg parallel with your mat. If you can't go down all the way, it's okay. Just go as far as you can and remember to breathe. On our next breath, let's release and rock back and forth a few more times. Let's repeat the lunge and pigeon stretch on the other side. As you do your lunge, you should feel the front of your quad also being stretched and lengthened. Bring your arms up for a deeper stretch. let's release and stretch our hamstring. Final breath, and we're going to rock back and forth. Let's slowly transition into our pigeon pose. One side will feel tighter than the other. I like to hold the side that's a little bit tighter for a little bit longer. For a deeper stretch, you can also opt to lean forward. Next, we are going to start training our splits. I like to train with over splits with a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, you can also use a book or a pillow. Start off by raising your foot onto the block and going into a lunge position. Next, we're going to shift our body weight back and lean forward. Having our foot elevated will help us feel it in our hamstring a lot more. When your body is ready and comfortable, slowly lower yourself onto the floor. It's okay if you can't go any lower. Go ahead and stay in this position and breathe. Release all the tension and let your body naturally lower itself using gravity. Let's take a final breath and slowly release ourselves from this position. Shift the yoga block to the other side and repeat with the elevated lunge. If doing splits is one of your goals, doing this little by little every single day will allow you to eventually get there. forth a few more times, and let's lower ourselves down into a normal split. Since we warmed up with over splits first, you should find it easier to get into a deeper split. Remember to make sure that your hips are squared. It's better to keep them squared rather than trying to force yourself lower. Go ahead and release yourself from your split, and let's repeat on the other side, starting with rocking back and forth. With any stretch, the important thing is to breathe. Relax all tension and let your body naturally get into the position. We don't want to bounce or force yourself into these positions because it risks injury. Go ahead and come up, and let's shake out our legs. We're going to bring our arms upwards and reach to the sky. Straighten both legs, and we're going to slowly lower our body downwards towards our leg. We want to make sure we are folding at our hips. Imagine you are going up and over rather than rounding forward. We want to try to maintain our flat back as much as possible. Stretch our hamstrings, let's flex our feet and give it a pull. Point and press our toes down, flex and pull one more time, and final point and release. Let's bend forward one more time and just take a couple more breaths here. Lying on our back, we're going to grab one knee and tuck it in. Go ahead and straighten your leg and go ahead and grab onto your quad or the back of your thighs, whichever is more comfortable. To lower the leg and deepen the stretch, we're going to do a sequence of flex, bend, straighten, and point. Every time we flex and bend, our leg should feel a little bit closer to our body. When we straighten and point, our leg will feel like it's getting closer and closer to our body. Let's repeat on the other side. Tuck your knee in. Let's straighten our leg and hold this position for a few breaths. When you're ready, let's flex our foot, bend it, straighten, and point. breaths here. Bring your legs into your chest. Rock your body gently from side to side. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll up. Using our yoga blocks again, we're going to go ahead and do elevated downward dog. Place both hands on the block and ease into downward dog. If your flexibility isn't at this point yet, you can go ahead and bend your knees and still feel a deep stretch. Give your hamstrings a deep stretch by bending one leg and straightening the other. Let's take a breath. Move our hands down onto our mat and ease back into downward dog. From here, go ahead and lift one leg to the sky. You can also opt to bend it for a deep stretch. Let's repeat on the other side. Let's go ahead and lower our leg, do our final breaths in downward dog, and release. Lying down on our mat, we're going to lift our legs and support our back with our hands. This is a great stretch for anyone who works long days sitting at their desk. You can also clasp your hands and pull outwards. If you need a modified version, you can also bend your knees. Last breath, and let's go ahead and slowly release. Tuck your knees in, give yourself a gentle hug, and slowly roll up when you're ready. Last few stretches, we're going to extend one leg to the side and bring our arm up and over. We want to make sure our opposite hip is not lifting. In order to feel a deep stretch in our side, try to open our chest. It also helps to extend your arm backwards. Let's release and stretch over to the other side. Take a few breaths here. Next breath, let's go ahead and release and come upwards. Extend the other leg, and let's repeat on the other side. final breath, let's go ahead and come up and reach on over to the opposite side. And reach on over to the opposite side. We're going to finish off by opening our legs into a straddle. And slowly let your body fall forward. Take nice long deep breaths here. And when you're ready, go ahead and release.